Every YouTuber I know, whether they even do Tesla videos or just tech videos or just videos in general, is trying to make videos about the Cybertruck. Let's talk about the demand for this thing because, whether you like it or hate it, I think polarizing products are great products. Tesla developed this from a place of pure passion. I think that is why they were able to go 0 to 1. There's no other car company, major US or foreign auto company that has an owner, operator, founder. Like when Tesla gets compared to Apple and to Steve Jobs, that's because you really have someone who's designing the products that they love, that they want to use with passion, that is willing to take bold risks and show people the future. You don't know what the future looks like until someone shows it to you. That's what Tesla had. That's why analysts are having such a hard time wrapping their mind around this vehicle. Is it a truck? Truck buyers aren't going to like it. It's electric. It looks so ugly. The glass broke on the demo. Well, look at what's happening. They've generated 250,000 pre-orders in just a long weekend without any marketing. That's a $10 billion plus backlog. That seems to me like demand for this car is pretty good. And take a look at the internet. Nobody can stop talking about this. Every single Uber I'm in, and I mentioned Tesla, they're immediately talking about the Cybertruck. Every single person on Twitter is getting out their opinion about this truck. Every YouTuber I know, whether they even do Tesla videos or just tech videos or just videos in general, is trying to make videos about the Cybertruck. The amount of exposure and free press is unbelievable. The real value here, we'll get to the financials in a second, but the brand here, the culture, Tesla has ascended to a new level in the cultural zeitgeist. Don't just believe me. Look at the Google Trends data. The Cybertruck, for once, nobody's talking about Elon's blunt smoking 420 tweet, Tesla losing money, cash flow problems, which were wrong anyway, but they're talking about how crazy the Cybertruck was, how Tesla's showing us the future. I've had 4 friends text me who would never buy pickup trucks, who are kind of Tesla haters, and are like, yo, I think I'm crazy, but I love the pickup truck, and I ordered one. And I'm like, this is mind-boggling. So I think the first segment of demand that you have for this product is millennials, the tech-heavy people, the people who just like the future, who like electric cars, who want something new and exciting, the YouTubers. I think this is the tech community is loving this product. The internet loves it, and that's going to be enough to drive a significant amount of demand. In terms of truck from utility perspective of a pickup truck, I want to read this comment that was actually on my buddy Sean Mitchell's video. Someone tweeted to me this comment, and it just summed up why for a fleet of commercial trucks, this is going to be a game-changing product. Not like you're buying it because it's cool, but like you're buying it for your construction site because it's actually more economical and more practical for your workers than a Ford F-150. Like these people don't care what the truck looks like. They're just buying it because it's better for what they need it. Hear me out. This guy comments, shout out to Griffwand, whoever he is. I have a fleet of commercial vehicles. Maintenance is a huge expense. The Cybertruck will have minimal brake servicing, no oil changes, engine, transmission, exhaust, fuel system costs, won't rust, won't dent from every 6-year-old opening the door of the car parked beside it, won't need any painting, windshields won't need replacement with every rock chip, insurance claims and therefore premiums get lower. With the promised million-mile battery and similar durable motors, the vehicle could be used for 20 to 30 years, so depreciation goes way down. This means fewer vehicles need to be made in the future to replace the fleet. Another big win for the pocketbook and the environment. Employees who are biased against triangles will just have to suffer. This is an absolutely genius product, and any business operating commercial vehicles will recognize that. He follows this up by saying, and I can't get rid of my generator. And I can get rid of my generators and compressors and their associated fuel and maintenance and lockboxes, loading ramps, carries more crew, and that there's all the tech, little things like fewer accidents. It's a good thing the damn thing looks futuristic because we're going to see them on the roads for a long time. So there you have it, folks. That just sums up way better than I could have the case for commercial vehicle. Electric vehicles, way simpler, way less parts, way cheaper to fuel up. As much as the price was a game changer, Tesla said they were going to bring this out for 50 G's, a compelling truck. They launched the first base version for 40 grand. And that doesn't take into account fuel savings. Think about how much fossil fuels you have to use when you're burning a pickup truck or filling up a pickup truck. You have to fill up gallons and gallons of gas. It's way less efficient. That means those savings by charging it with the electric infrastructure are accentuated. And so the total cost of ownership, people are talking about how the Model 3 is actually like a Camry when you factor in fuel and maintenance savings, that huge, $10,000 to $15,000 worth of lifetime ownership there. Let's translate an even bigger margin there for the truck because of how much fuel consumption there is. And if you really want this for commercial purposes, for something durable, this is just going to last way longer. That's why that stainless steel, hard-rolled, cold steel exoskeleton is so awesome. So my point here is it's not just cool, it's extremely practical, and it's going to get sales from both those markets. But let's talk about, how do we think about the potential for this car, for the sales, let's look at the pickup truck market. So I've said this a million times, but it's worth sinking in. The Ford F-150 sells 1 million units per year in the US alone. If Tesla's Cybertruck sells 1 million trucks at a $50,000 ASP, we're looking at $50 billion in revenue. That would be more than double Tesla did in all of this year combined. Tesla literally could double the revenue in their entire company, every single product they have, just from the Cybertruck, if it's as good as the F-150. You talk about margins on that. The Ford F-150 makes all of the profit for Ford. My guess is on a $50 billion car, you get $5 billion worth of earnings, 10% flow through EBIT margin. You're looking at a $5 billion in earnings if they can sell 1 million Cybertrucks per year. This is just a rough back of the napkin estimate, but that's why I'm saying this could justify the entire market capitalization of Tesla today. I think, a $5 billion earnings stream from a Cybertruck is worth at least $100 billion. That's a 5% free cash flow yield or earnings yield, 20 PE ratio. I think that makes perfect sense. That's $100 billion market cap just on this product alone. So anyway, that's a point of me saying and trying to get excited that if this gets as good as the best pickup truck, this will be a game changer. What has Tesla done in every single category they've entered? Model S, Model 3, they outsell all of the competition. So if that continued, we would see over 1 million sales of the Cybertruck. And it's not just the Ford F-150. That's what's crazy. There's so many people buy pickups. There's, just in the first 9 months of this year, there's 5 pickup truck models that have seen sales of over 160,000 units in the US alone. So I think, if you think, selling 1 million units per year is crazy, I think selling a couple 100,000 units per year is a very normal, kind of rational sweet spot for this to be in. And that could be, 5 to 10 billion in revenue, which is still huge and moving the needle for Tesla.